Hey friends, welcome back to the podcast, The Overshare, where I'm going to overshare everything as a licensed therapist and author. I'm really glad you're here. And if you're listening to this while folding laundry, driving carpool, or hiding in your bathroom for 5 minutes of quiet, same, you're in good company. And again, so glad that you're here. Today, we're going to talk about how to set goals in 2026 in a way that is spiritually grounded and emotionally healthy, not hustly, not shame based. No resolutions allowed here because resolutions do not give us grace. Goals give us grace. So, the kind of goals that look good on Instagram but quietly make you feel like you're failing by February, nah, not doing that today. So, buckle up and enjoy for the next 12 minutes. And let me give you a little bit of the wisdom that I've been giving my clients today. If you've ever set goals that were basically just a nicer way of saying, I should be better by now, this episode is definitely for you. And just so you know where I'm coming from, again, licensed therapist, author, also a millennial who has absolutely made vision boards while low key disassociating. So we're doing this differently today. So let's get into it. So, why does most goal setting feel awful? Maybe it's just me, but a lot of the moms, the ladies I work with would and have said today that they're just the worst. So here's the problem with traditional goal setting. Most of it is rooted in self-correction, not self-connection. It sounds like I need to fix myself. I should be further along by now. This year, I'm finally going to get it together. I'm finally going to get myself together. Look, that energy might get you moving for a minute, but it does not sustain real change because shame is a terrible, terrible long-term motivator. Spiritually unhealthy goals disconnect you from grace. Emotionally unhealthy goals disconnect you from your body. I'm going to say that again. Spiritually unhealthy goals disconnect you from grace. Emotionally unhealthy goals disconnect you from your body. And guys, this is no good. It doesn't work. And there are studies after studies that prove this. And a lot of us, especially the millennial women, were taught that growth means pushing harder, being more disciplined, and ignoring everything we're actually feeling. But emotionally healthy goal setting starts with honesty, not intensity. Not what should I want, but what is actually true for me right now. So let's dive into it, okay? Deep breath. Step one. Let's name the season that you're actually in, not the one that you wish you could be. Before you set a single goal for 2026, you need to name the season that you are actually existing within, ladies. Not the season you wish you were in, not the one you think you should be in, the real one. Ask yourself these questions. Am I in a season of rebuilding, maintaining, healing, or expanding? If I have to ask myself that right now while I take a sip of my coffee, I have to say that I'm probably in a season of expanding. God actually gave me my word for the year this year. I never got one last year, and it was give out. But I always know that it's my word for the year if it makes me go, ooh, I don't know that I want to do that. So my word is give, and I know there will be lots of giving of myself, but I don't know exactly what that's going to look like. But I feel like I'm in the season of expanding. So again, ask yourself if you're listening, am I in a season of rebuilding, maintaining, healing, or expanding? Because setting expansion goals in a healing season will make you feel like you're failing when you're actually doing the bravest work of your life. Spiritually, guys, this matters. Emotionally, guys, this matters. You matter. Some seasons are for fruit, but some seasons are about roots. And roots do not look impressive. No, I talk about gardening a lot on this channel, but roots don't look too impressive, but man, they're essential. And that's what gives us the best tasting, most beautiful fruit. So if 2025 has asked a lot of you, if you're tired, grieving, emotionally fried, emotionally stretched, your 2026 goals might need to be gentler than you think. This is not a lack of ambition, not at all. What this is wisdom. And I would even add not just wisdom, it's awareness. So since we've already decided, am I expanding, right? Am I healing? Am I, like we're already deciding those questions, right? So we're deciding what kind of season that we're in. Before you set a single goal for 2026, name the season that you're in. Ask yourself, are you rebuilding, maintaining, healing, or expanding? So once you know which of the four that you're at, let's set your values before you set your goals. Here's a reframe I want you to try. Instead of asking, what do I want to accomplish in 2026? Ask yourself, how do I want to live in 2026? Goals without values turn into pressure. Values give goals meaning. Again, values give goals meaning. They're actually what keep us going when we want to abandon our goals, when we want to not look at the vision board and we want to disassociate and just eat another round of whatever delicious snack that we overeat and we know we probably shouldn't. So pick 3 to 5 values you want to embody this year, not aspirational buzzwords, not super Instagrammy. You don't have to make a TikTok about this unless you really want to, but I'm talking real life values. So you may ask, what are some examples of these to kind of get the ball rolling? Emotional honesty, rest, consistency over intensity, presence, courage, family, simplicity, giving. There are so many. In fact, I have a book that's all about self values and how they feed into our lives and how they motivate us, even in depressive and anxious episodes. So when you're coming to your values, let's decide what they are. Write them down. Pick 3 to 5 things that are most important to you. One of mine is always fun. It's a super high value in my life is to pick trips, go to birthday parties, go take my kids to go do every experience that I can reasonably afford. Fun is a huge value for me. So again, not buzzwordy. We're not getting into that. We're getting into really who you are and what is valuable to you. So then once you pick these 3 to 5 values, then, and this is key, your goals should serve your values, not compete with them. Your goals should serve your values, not compete with them. If your value is peace, but your goals require constant overextension, something's definitely off here. Something is definitely off here. If your value is connection, but your goals isolate you, we need to reorient. We need to adjust. Spiritually healthy goals align your life, not just your productivity. So once we look at these first 2 steps here, right, we're identifying which season of goal setting that we're in. We're then picking 3 to 5 values we want to embody this year based on who you are as a person. Then we go to step 3. We replace outcome goals with alignment goals. This part is big. Outcome goals sound like lose 20 pounds, make $10,000 more money this year, publish the thing, get the job, have the baby, hit the milestone. Alignment goals actually sound like this: care for my body consistently, build a healthier relationship with money, create without abandoning myself and my values, or even show up in ways that align with my values. That might be my favorite one, actually. Here's why this matters emotionally speaking. You can do everything right and still not control the outcomes, but you can control the alignment. That's a hard pill to swallow for me. I really, at the beginning of the year, I put all these goals down in a notebook and I want to meet those outcome focused goals. But it's not rewarding when life circumstances get in the way or things like a layoff or major surgery gets in the way. Those things get in the way and it makes it really hard, even if you've, quote, done everything right. So alignment goals keep you connected to yourself and to God through the process, not just at the finish line. Outcomes are not a measure of your worth. Whew. I knew when I was working on my show notes for this, I was like, oh gosh, can I say that with a straight face? Yes, outcomes are not a measure of your worth. They're data. That's it. So let's not over personalize a list or an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, they're data. Data matters, but it does not measure your worth as a beautiful, beautiful child of God. Okay. If a goal pulls you away from your body, your relationships, or your spiritual grounding, then that goal is too expensive. That goal is too pricey. And that's not the goal I'd want for you. So the next step is step 4. I want you to build goals that include your nervous system. This is the therapist of me coming out, but stay with me. If your nervous system isn't considered, it isn't regulated, your goals will collapse under the stress. They will collapse. So then ask yourself, what support do I need to stay regulated while pursuing this? What happens when I get overwhelmed? What's my plan for rest, not just effort? Emotionally healthy goals include margin. They expect setbacks. They don't catastrophize bad weeks. Okay? Let me say those again. Healthy goals include margin, expect setbacks, and they don't catastrophize bad weeks. If your plan requires you to be perfectly motivated, perfectly disciplined, never tired, it's not a plan, that's a fantasy. Grace is a strategy. Rest is productive. Consistency beats intensity every single time. So I've given you a lot of meat today in a short period of time, but your last step in this goal setting journey that I have for you today is choose one brave, gentle goal. Just choose one today. Do the next right thing. Set a goal that's achievable, that's doable, and that's measurable. I really, really think that this will completely change the 2026 year for you. Because guess what, girl? I've decided and I'm going to declare that this is the year. This is the year for real change, but this is the real year that your personality, your value, your worth will not be based on outcomes. Let me pray for you today. God, thank you for the women listening today. God, I thank you for their hearts and their desire to seek you. God, I pray that my voice relaxed them today, but I pray that I gave them wisdom. I pray that you are speaking through the words that I'm saying. God, I pray that these words will reach every corner of the earth, even if it's just to reach 5, 10, 15 women. God, I pray that these words would reach them. God, I ask for blessings over the year for the women that are listening. And I pray that they would have so much grace over their goals, just as you have grace for us. We ask all of these things in the mighty name of your Son. Amen.